I'm going to teach you the best follow-up strategies and closing scripts. And again, it doesn't matter what MLM direct sales company you're with, you will get value from this topic. You hear the fortunes in the follow-up. And it's true. Now, really the fortune's in the close, because if you don't enroll somebody, you're not going to make money. But I really want you to see these numbers for a second. 48% of marketers never follow up with a prospect. How crazy is that? Most of you have people that you haven't even followed up with. Half the people, you don't even follow up with them. You talk to them once or twice about the product and you like forget. And listen, I'm guilty of this too. I take a screenshot and send it to myself so I won't forget. Because I know sometimes we're in the middle of something and someone asks a quick question and we don't even remember, like an hour later, we forget. So you maybe want to set reminders in your phone, again, treating it like a business. 25% of marketers follow up twice. That's insane. Only 1 out of 4 follow up twice. And then they're like, all right, they didn't respond, next. Some will, some won't, some wait, so what next? But would you agree that sometimes people are busy? Sometimes their kids are on the iPad, they open up the message, they didn't see it. Who knows? Who cares? The point is, you never give up on a quality prospect, in my opinion. 12%, only 12% of marketers follow up 3 times. That is so crazy. Only 10% of marketers follow up more than 3 times. They are very consistent. Now, part of it's because they have a lot of belief in what they're doing. They love their products, their company, their opportunity. But at the end of the day, the best marketers are going to follow up numerous times. It's just the nature of the beast. It's timing. It's timing. Write that down. It's timing. 80% of the people that buy your products or join your team, 80%, it's going to be on that 5th to 12th follow-up, you contacting them repeatedly. Now, sometimes obviously they're reaching out to you and you're responding, but the point is you have to be okay with it being a process. That's why you hear a lot of experts talk about going on a 90-day run, because a lot of the people you talk to in January probably won't join in January. Now, some will, but some might not join until February or March. You're always, again, you're planting those seeds. The fortune's in the follow-up. You're staying in touch with people. Now, I don't want you to not try to close on the 2nd or 3rd contact. I don't want you to just be like, oh, you're not ready? Okay. Oh, you don't have the money? Okay. I'm just going to keep following up. Like, I also don't want you to think like that either, because you are going to have to overcome some of these objections and or answering questions. So your job is not to sell or recruit every person. You're not trying to convince people to get rich with you or beg people to join your team or buy your product. You're simply interviewing people to identify pain points, finding and identifying people who'd be a good fit for your team. A no means not now. It doesn't mean no forever. It doesn't mean I'm not interested. Never contact me again unless somebody straight up says that. Just know no is the beginning. I love getting a no. I'm like, all right, this is a game. It's a challenge. You said no, but it doesn't mean no forever. Right? It just means not now. I'm going to stay in touch. How many times have you had someone say no, and then a week later, a month later, a year later, you saw them join something else or someone else? Maybe they even joined your company under some other team. And you're like, no, it's probably because you didn't continue to build that relationship. You didn't continue to nurture that relationship. You didn't stay in touch with them. Kind of, sort of, your fault. So be excited when you follow up with people. You don't want to be eager, desperate, or pushy, but you want to have energy. People are attracted to people that are passionate, that are excited, that have high vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, vibrations are high, vibes are high. Like, they're excited about what they're doing. It can't hurt to offer a phone call. Like, hey, would you like to hop on a call? We can map out a game plan. I can answer some questions. And I know for some of you that intimidates you. Get over that intimidation, because scared money don't make money. You're not trying to act as if you're an expert. Look, if you want to partner with this person, like, imagine this. Imagine you're starting your own company and you need a board of directors, or you need to hire a VP. Would you just like text message them, or would you want to like get to know them a little bit? Like, we're going into business together. I want to get to know you. Or if it's someone you already know, at least you could offer to hop on a call so you could strategize. This is something I've done quite a bit over the years. And I know if I get on the phone, it'll increase my close ratio. I'm going to give you some other ideas on how to do this, but I think you'll get really excited once you get this dialed in. And it just kind of, these questions, these conversations roll off the tongue, but you got to give yourself some time. You know, it's like, it drives me crazy when someone's in like a week or 2 or a month or 2, and they're like complaining, like, oh, I thought I'd be further along. I'm like, dude, please stop. You're like literally 2 months in. That's like, you know, I've been in med school now for like a month or 2. I'm not a doctor. Like, what? You just got started. Here's some of my favorite closing questions. Write these down. I'm also going to give you a link you can download, because a lot of these scripts are the scripts that I give my own team. Like, these are my favorite scripts that I use. You know, what did you like best about what you saw? You want to have them tell you what their favorite part was. What would your goal be getting started? Isn't that a great question? Like, Let's find out. Do they want to make 500 a month or 5,000 a month? It's a different plan, a different goal. Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being you're ready to get started right now with one of our top kits. 1, you just want to be a customer. They say 4, what do we got to do to get you to a 10? To be honest, if they say something less than 5, a lot of times I'm like, oh, I thought you really wanted to get started, but it sounds like you still have a lot of questions, or maybe this isn't for you. Like, I'm not afraid to take it away from somebody because, again, it's all about posture. I want to be like a consultant. I'm offering consultation. I don't want them to think that I'm trying to beg and convince them to join me. I want them to think, damn, I'm lucky to partner with this guy. Damn, I'm lucky to partner with this company. Man, I'm so lucky to join this team. Oh, look at the support, the community. And I also like giving people options. You should know, what are the 3 kits? You got the good, better, best. So like in our company, it's anywhere from $250 to $750. Most people are going to choose the better option, right? They're going to choose that middle package, that middle option. Now, let's say they're not responding. How many of you have people that are ghosting you or they're quote unquote on the fence? I straight up ask people, what would you like the next step to be? Let them tell you what they would like to do. Maybe they say, I want to try some products. Awesome. Here's my discount link. Which products were you most interested in trying first? I'm also not afraid to take it away. Would you like me to cross you off my follow-up list? Let's say you message somebody 3 or 4 times and they're not responding. I might ask them like, are you okay? Is everything good? I might go love on their posts. I might just change the subject. Hey, Susie, hope you had an awesome weekend. Hey, Sarah, hope you had a great holiday. Hey, Barbara, what are you doing this weekend? I know it's your birthday. Do you have any big plans? Like whatever, like change the subject. If still no response, hey, Tabitha, it looks like you have a lot going on right now. No big deal. I can totally relate. I can cross you off my follow-up list for right now. If you have questions or anything, you know where to find me. Now, I will tell you, I like using audio. How many of you love audio? I'm a big fan. I want them to hear my voice, my tonality, my excitement, my certainty. You know why people buy your products or join your team? Certainty. People follow Nadia and I because they can tell we're very certain, very confident in what we're doing. We've been doing this for over 2 decades. It's going to take time to get good. It's going to take time to get that kind of confidence and certainty, but sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. I know. I always say I don't like fake it till you make it, but sometimes faith it till you make it sounds better. But you got to get amped up. You got to be a certain type of person in order to be successful. You got to be obsessed. You got to be excited. Keep going. Stay in touch. Now, how do you get some of your prospects more involved? Tag them in some of the before and after pictures. Get them on the products. Put them in a group chat. Introduce them to other people. I'll talk more about that. All week long, you're having conversations. You're adding people to the groups. You're putting them in chats. You're filling the funnel. I would recommend getting all of your fence sitters on the next team call. And I'd recommend having one a week. Why? Because you're always going to have new people taking a look at what you're doing. And it's a great second, third, fourth exposure. I like team trainings because they're hearing what they're going to be learning. They're hearing from other leaders and marketers on the team. I think that's one of the most powerful things you can do. How many of you remember your first training call, a Zoom call, maybe your first in-person event, and you met other people and you're like, wow, this is legit. It's not just my buddy doing this. There's like all these other people. All right, here's some bonus prospecting questions for you. So if you're just reaching out to people every day, how's it going? What are you up to? What are you focused on these days? What are you excited about these days? I'm not saying you're going to ask all these same questions, by the way. This is just like examples. I found something I'm excited about. I found something I'm excited about. I want to share with you. Would you be open to fill in the blank? Are you currently monetizing your social media? Just curious. Currently making money online? Have you ever looked into affiliate marketing? Have you tried things like this in the past? How many income streams do you have? Have you ever done anything to earn residual income? Do you have residual income? Do you know what residual income is? How about you just reach out to people every day, say, hey, do you know what residual income is? Well, imagine doing something once and getting paid over and over and over again. I found something where that exact thing can happen. If you're open, I'd love to share it with you. Leveraging group chats. I typically put every business prospect in a group chat within 24 to 48 hours. Sometimes it's the same day, but mostly it's within a day or two. I say 24 to 48 because typically I do it the next day. But let's say I ATM someone on a Saturday, I probably won't set up the group chat till Monday. But for the most part, I'm putting them in a chat. So I typically put every business prospect in a chat with 3 to 4 other people for 2 reasons. 1, I want them to hear other people's stories and get excited and get their questions answered. But 2, I want them to see the system in action. How can I tell someone to set up a chat if I never put them in one? It's just like setting up a 3-way call. I want to introduce you to my friend Ann. She's awesome. I think she's very open to what we do. She wants to learn more about our opportunity. Excited for you to meet some of the other top leaders on our team. The fact is, you're just introducing them. Like, hey, everybody, this is Ann. She's really excited to learn more about the opportunity. And, I just wanted her to meet, some other amazing leaders on the team. She's excited to make an extra $1,000 a month and maybe more. Just wanted you guys to share a little bit about your story. I think that'd be amazing. So here's some tips for following up effectively. Add every interested prospect to your follow-up book. How many of you have a follow-up book? This is really important. If you don't have a follow-up book, you're not serious. How are you going to keep track of the people you're adding to the groups? How are you going to track your numbers? Because you got to track your numbers. How are you going to know your ratio if you don't track your numbers? You don't want to treat people like a number, but it is a numbers game. So you need to know, like, for every 10 I add to the groups and put in chats, I'm going to enroll 2. How quickly can I add 10 more? You start to get excited because you actually know what it takes to enroll that next person. This is the problem with so many people. They're like, I don't know how many people I have to ATM to sign up one. I have no idea. I don't keep track of that. Like, ew, how are you in business? How are you in a Can you imagine running an ice cream shop and you don't know your revenue, your ratio, your close ratio, your volume, your foot traffic? You know nothing. Just don't track anything. You have no idea how much things cost. You don't know the profitability of your business. Like, that's crazy, right? So you should probably keep track of every person you talk to about your products or opportunity. You should probably stay in touch. You should probably follow up. You should probably track your numbers. You could recruit one person that could lead to millions of dollars in revenue. You don't believe me? Someone recruited me. Objections. How many of you get objections? Objections are good. An objection is really just a question. Now, if they're like a pessimist, they're like being nasty, like, you pyramid scammer. Okay, next, block. I'm inviting that person to my VIP block party. But you got to make sure you are clear on exactly what the objection is. I love asking people what they mean. What do you mean by that? Is this a pyramid scheme? What do you mean by that? I don't have any time to do this. I don't think I have enough time. I don't think I have money. What do you mean? You want to qualify the objection before handling it. Like, so someone says, how much time? How much time is this going to take? It's like, well, how much time do you have? I don't have a lot of time. I'm very busy. Like, yeah, I got it. Most people are busy. In fact, busy people are the best people because they have limited time. So the limited time they have, they are focused, right? They're very intentional. How much time is this going to take? How much time do you have? Like, I probably only have about 10 hours a week. That's more than enough. I probably only have about 2 hours a week. That's perfect. It's not about how much time they have. I know people that have very little time that produce a lot more because they're great at recruiting or they're very influential. They bring great people to the table. All I'm really looking for is a fishing pole. Back to the fisherman conversation. I do this full time. I've been doing this full time since 2008. I'm the fisherman. The people on my team that are part-time, that have limited time, that are brand new, those are fishing poles. That leader mentality, that CEO mentality we talked about earlier, you have to understand that the people on your team are fishing poles. The people in your network are fishing poles. They are leading you to more business. Every person you know knows 200 people you don't know. They're a fishing pole. You are the fisherman. Now, people will say, well, how do I know I'm a fisherman? Because this is your full-time income. If this is your full-time income, you're a fisherman. Until it is, you're a fishing pole. The money objection. How many of us hear that? I don't need money. Like, all the more reason to get started. That's exactly why we're having this conversation, so we can help you get into a better financial situation. Help them creatively come up with ways to find the money. Maybe offer a less expensive kit for them to get started with. Get creative. How about Klarna, where it's like a payment plan? Like, what can you sell? Who can you borrow the money from? They don't lack resources. They lack resourcefulness. If they see the value, they can find the money. How about pyramid scheme? Here's the problem with this one. This one's always tough for me because some companies are kind of sort of like a pyramid scheme. It's like all the revenue comes from recruiting, most of the top earners and it's all geared towards recruiting recruiters and getting people into kits and $1,000 packs. Nobody's actually selling the product. Hardly anybody has customers. That is a problem. But let's say it's a legitimate company where most of the revenue comes from customers. Well, I simply tell people technically it's not a pyramid scheme at all because you don't have to recruit and build a team to make money. This is like affiliate marketing on steroids. You can make a really great income. I have people making a full-time income without recruiting a single person, just promoting the brand and getting customers and nurturing their customer base. So the whole like, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, it's kind of silly because actually corporate America is a pyramid scheme. The people at the top make the most money, and where are most of the people at? That's right, at the bottom. I mean, name any company in corporate America. Name a single company where there's more CEOs than janitors. And the janitors make more than show me a company where that's not the case. Here, instead of climbing the corporate ladder where there's less room at the top, you're building down. You can enroll people in different cities, states, and countries, different continents. People speak different languages. You can enroll your neighbors or people that are literally awake when you're going to bed. Like, you can enroll people all over the world. If you're with an international business, you can literally enroll people all over the world. You can partner with people all over the world. So there's no limit to how many people you can enroll. There's no limit to how much money you can make. And there's not like a limited amount of top positions, because again, you're building down. How about, I need to talk to my spouse? Great, let's add your spouse to the groups so he or she can take a look at the information the same way you did. You can even put them in a chat. I'll help answer questions. I'll help get them started. Now, you never want to be pushy or begging people. But again, it's like sometimes it's like, oh, so you're going to go home and talk to your spouse? Like, do they listen to you? How much money are you making? You ever get that objection or question? I don't know. Not done making it yet. Or, hey, I'm just getting started. I'm not doing this for the short-term income. I'm doing this to build long-term residual income. Right now at my job, if I don't go to work, I don't get paid. In fact, I get fired. Key principles: keep your promises. You say, hey, I'm going to follow up with you tomorrow, follow up with you tomorrow. I mean, get organized, use a planner, get a calendar, have a tracker, right? Use the scripts, use the system. System stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. Like our company, your company, we made these $1 million scripts and these systems to help more people. But you got to build the relationships. You can't outsource that stuff. You got to stay in touch with people. You can use some automation, you can use some systems, but like if you're not personally reaching out to people and using audio and having real conversation, you're always going to struggle. And I would also recommend our social media prospecting recruiting guide with scripts. All the scripts I went over and more are inside of this download. This is also on our resources page, mylifestyleacademy.com/resources. You'll see all our best resources, everything that we have as far as like what we use, tools, courses, books we recommend. And you'll join our email list. So you'll get insider secrets for building and growing a profitable network marketing business, MLM business, direct sales business, social retail business, whatever you want to call it. Hear about our famous ATM system. We also have our best social media strategies, scripts. All of that is inside our social media prospecting recruiting guide with scripts. And again, you're joining our email list. So you'll get updates with, podcast episodes that we drop, any big announcements, any challenges. I just want you to understand that this is like anything else. It takes time.